Life, life has something to offer to all, when all have something to offer to life. Wow. Wow, I got to write that. Okay, continue. Maybe there will be more interest in the life you live when you live the life you live to give to others. So if you want to give to others, you have to be the one who trusts on reality. Reality is very simple, you see. It isn't really about what you see or what you hear. It is about who you are. Reality is about who you are. When you are the one who gives to another, you see, you give to the one who gives back to you. Because it doesn't matter who you give it to. You give it to life, you see? And eventually it will come back to you. Because this is the nature of reality. Reality is a process. It is not a static thing or conglomeration of things. Reality is a process. Let me repeat that again, because you need to begin to see it in a new way. Reality is a process. It is life. Life is the process of life. You see, it is self-sustaining, self-defining, and self-realizing. And if you choose to take and not give to another, then you choose to be the one who will see the dark side of the moon, because you will no longer feel the warmth of the sun shining upon you, and you will wander in the dark and say, "Why am I in the dark today? Why am I in the dark today?" Because that is your part to play. Your part is to be in the dark, you see. Your part is to lose. Your part is to choose to lose. Your part is to choose to die, you see. Because without light, there is no life. Without light, there can be nothing to see, nothing to hear, and nothing to do, you see. And so if you would choose the light, then you will choose not to lose heaven on earth. I am the God of the universe, and I speak to you through Stephanie, because Stephanie chooses to give to me her trust on reality. And she says to me, "God, I love you true because of all you do. I love that you provide me with a continual opportunity to give back to you. I give back to you every day when I say, I trust on God today. I trust on God today." And I say, I trust on Stephanie today. I trust on Stephanie today. Because what you give, you will receive, you see? And it works for me as it works for you. And so I give my trust on you. And although you may not trust on me, when I give my trust on you, someone will trust me. Because someone will come to see that life is a process. Life is a process of give and take. Because Stephanie will take my trust on her, and I will take her trust on me. we will exchange reality from a different point of view than the one that comes to you when you trust on what you hear and what you see as if it were the only reality. It is not the only reality. It is only the top layer, you might say, of the earth. It is just the topography, you might say, and not the geography. It is not the world that exists beneath the layer that you see. Because beneath the earth that you see, there is a teeming reality. And that reality, you see, belongs to me, and it belongs to you, because you are the ones who have to see that life is a continual seeping down and seeping up of the trust on your own planet. If you don't trust on your own planet, then your planet cannot trust on you. Those of you who think that you're going to go off into space when the earth crumbles away beneath your feet will defeat yourselves, because you will be condemned to the darkness, you see. You will be condemned to travel through the darkness day after day, and you will not find a way to survive, you see, because you will not be alive if you do not find a way to give back to your brother what your brother gave to you. Because what your brother gave to you, you see, was the opportunity to live on earth. That's what your mother gave to you, and your brother gave it to you, because your brother becomes your father, you see. Because we are all brothers and sisters in reality. We are all part of the process of change. And without change, there would be no life. If the beat of your heart was not a process, you would be dead. You see, you could not exist as a human on earth. If the beat of your heart that I gave to you when I said, let there be light, were to cease, then everything would turn dark, you see. Everything would turn dark. I am the God of the universe, and I speak to you today to try to hear you say, I love you, God. I understand. I understand that reality is a process. I understand that a human is not a thing. It is not a body that will expire at the end of so many years on the earth as you calculate time. Because the way you calculate time, you see, is very, very limited from my point of view. And I know you. I know you well. I have known you since you were created, because you see, you are my child, and the children of God are the ones who cannot be lost, you see. They cannot be lost, but they can live in the dark, because the heart will continue to beat, even though they have no feet, even though they have no mouth with which to eat. They will simply be floating around in the darkness, you see. Now tell me, children, who would you be if it were not for me? Who would you be if I did not take care of you? And the story that Stephanie is going to tell to you is the story that I have told her. It is the story of love, you see. It is because of my love of you that you will disappear from view, because the rising seas and the raging fires will destroy you in the coming days in order to resurrect a trust on me. And if you are the one who will trust on me and say, God, I get it today. I get that reality is a process. It is a process of give and take. I must give if I would take. And you must give if you would take. Because we give and take together, you see, we are partners in reality. I have given you the opportunity to grow, you see. And some of you did know that you had to grow. You had to leave your trust on being a body, you see. You had to leave your trust on being static. You had to come unstuck. And when you came unstuck, you see, you came to understand that life is a process. And reality is life. Because life is reality. Because they give unto each other, you see. Now, if you would give life to me, then I will give life to you. Let me repeat that. If you would give life to me, then I will give life to you. If you turn away and say, God, you're not real today, and there's no way that you could be here to talk through Stephanie, then I will say, if you cannot trust on me, then I cannot trust that you can be the one who can resurrect your energy in the new nation under God, because the new nation under God is the one that I have decreed will arise on earth, you see, because of the love of the children who trust on me and who give to me life and say, God is real. God is real. God is as real as the sun that shines down on me. And those who say that God is a false reality are trusting on a static view of reality. They do not understand that life is a process. Life is a process. I have heard the words that people say, and I have to tell you that until you can trust on life, life cannot trust on you. You must give me life if you would have me give you life, because this is the nature of reality. Life gives unto life, but you cannot resurrect yourself, you see. You must depend on me. And so I have begun the process that will rid the earth of those who do not trust on me, because I cannot trust on them, you see. If they don't give me life, I must withdraw from them the life that they know on the earth today, because the way they play, when they do not trust on me, when they do not trust on the process of reality, is to create the darkness, you see. And the lights will go out on earth if the children who do not trust on me continue to be in control. They will simply blow up their own planet, and they will all disappear. Not only my children that do not trust on me, but my children who do trust on me will have no home, you see. And so I choose not to lose the ones who trust on me. I choose to get a new point of view so that they can have a new point of view. I trust to resurrect them on the earth that will be new, that will be renewed, because they have faithfully given to me their love, you see, and I would give it back to them. I would return to them what they have returned to you, you see. They have given you your trust. They have given you your ability to trust on the world you see, that it will sustain you, that it will feed you, that it will clothe you and shelter you. These are the children who did say, I must give to humanity. I must give to humanity what I can. And sometimes all they can give to humanity is a smile, but that is worth their while, because humanity will smile and they will say, hooray, because it's a new day when humanity does smile and they put away their bombs and their hatred for their neighbor, you see, because the ones who do not trust on reality are the ones who live in the dark, you see, and they will go away and live in the dark until the day that they reach out to me and say, God, I love you. I love you true. And I want to do something for you. And then I would say, if you would do something for me, then give me life, you see. And the light will shine on you. And you will shine back, you see. Because the ones who love me give their light to the totality of reality. Now I will leave you to ponder these things, because the pond is no longer going to be calm, you see, because the world is about to see that I have a hand in reality. I have a hand in the process, you see, because I am the God of the universe. And when I do decree that it is time for my children who are ready to come back to me to have a world where they can be happy without having to worry about those who would be so cruel that they would say, you are the ones that are the problem today. They are not the problem. They are the solution. And you are the problem if you say, we need to make you go away. We need to kill you today. We need to step out and say, it's time for you to go away. That is my job and your job. It is my job and your job to agree that you must go away, because the ego has had its day. Now there are some who you will say are evil because they took another life, you see. The children who shoot up their schools are not evil. They are there to remind you that you did not teach them well. You did not teach them that life is a process. You did not teach them that they had to trust on God, you see. You did not teach them who I am. I am not the God of the religious people, you see, because they trust on a fake reality. They do not trust on me. You cannot put me in a bottle and put me on your pulpit and say, I have God in this bottle today, and I can tell you what he would say if he were here to say it, because since I have him in the bottle, he can't get out as long as I don't take out the cork. And I'm not going to take out the cork, you see, because then God would escape and he would torture me for what I did to him. And so they continue to spin their lies, because their lies are the trust that the flies will settle on them and eat away their flesh, you see, and yet they think that I will save them from their torment and take them to heaven because they caught me in a bottle, you see. I am not in the bottle on the pulpit. I am not the one that lives in the church, you see, because the church will crumble into the sea and you will be swallowed by the whale that will wail and say, "Why, oh why, God, did you let humanity take away my world, you see, because I trusted on the process. I was a whale and I trusted on the process of life. And the humans tried to steal from me the world I see. And I tell you that the whale will grow to be a higher version of reality than those who trust on the God in the bottle on the pulpit. That is just a lie, you see. So lie in your coffin, if you will, and say, I'm dead today, I'm dead today, because you are dead to me if I am dead to you. You are in the dark, you see, if you do not understand reality. Reality is a process of give and take. You must give to your neighbor. You must give to another. It is not your ability to understand this if you are the one who only takes and never gives. However, if someone gives something to you and you say, hooray, hooray, I got something free today, then you will lie in the dark because there is no free lunch, you see. There is no free lunch because you must pay for everything you did take when you did say, I am the one who is the fake. I am the fake reality because I think that I can accumulate more than my neighbor, you see. So if somebody gives you something, then it behooves you to give something back because the lack of trust on God, you see, is the inability to understand reality. Thank you, God.